And now let's take another look into the future, because the Interreg 2Cs program will stop its activities soon, but why not build further on the network that you have developed? Because the territories of the 2Cs program will continue to have common challenges, of course. The Straits Committee was set up precisely to do that, as a network between the local authorities to keep the link between the different territories beyond the 2Cs program. So I'd like to give the floor now to Derek Murphy, Cabinet Member of Kent County Council, in charge of economic development. He will explain how the Straits Committee will continue to develop the cooperation among the coastal territories. Mr. Murphy.
Thank you, Wim, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. I'll just tell you, for your own personal protection, there are guards on the outside, so nobody can break in, but conversely, you can't get out, and you'll have to put up with me for the next 5 to 10 minutes, so I hope that won't be too onerous to you. I'd like to thank you, Wim, and the 2Cs program, to Veronique and her team, for inviting me to speak on behalf of the County of Kent, my home county, and on behalf of the Straits Committee, an initiative that we in Kent have been building with friends and partners here in the Netherlands, Belgium, and in northern France to ensure cooperation continues in our many areas of shared interest. I would like to recognise the achievements of the Interreg 2Cs programme. But before I do, I want to congratulate everyone involved in the programme. The Secretariat, Veronique and her team, thank you. And the Managing Authority, Anne, and the Hauts-de-France region. That's the only French I'm going to speak today, I can assure you. And to all of you who have been involved in the various projects and who have represented your areas so well and countries on the various management committees that have taken place over the years. Together, you have created successful programs of cooperation and working in a harmonious way. For my own region in Kent, there have been over 30 projects involving organisations in Kent winning grants of more than 2 million euros, which is an absolute phenomenal amount over the years. But it is the stories that these projects have achieved that is most impressive. Speaking to the people in Kent, they have told us that the 2Cs projects have been a vital source of support, particularly in service redesign. 2Cs projects have allowed us to trial new approaches that would have been difficult to finance otherwise. They have been inspired by your cooperation and enthusiasm. That's the key, enthusiasm to cooperate across the seas. In sectors such as health and social care, in the Cascade project that partners from Kent saw in Belgium led to design changes in a new facility for dementia care, Harmonia House in my own district of Dover in Kent. In climate adaptation projects such as Star 2 Seas have been important for the new climate adaptation programme that we in Kent are taking on and preparing. We've learnt, we've listened and taken on board good ideas. The UK's Climate Change Committee, a statutory body advising government, came to Kent in March to see investment in sustainable drainage systems and natural landscape management made by the Cool Towns, Scape and Triple C projects. You've seen some of the winners here today, so congratulations to that. And there's an excellent way of showing how we can collaborate and work together on a local level. On biosafe projects, where after 4 years of research, growers in Kent and across the 2Cs areas can now access the Biosafe project database for advice on biostimulants and precision irrigation that optimises their production, reduces costs, and uses water and nutrient pollution reduces pollution for the environment, an increasingly important element of the way that we live in our region. Looking back briefly, we in Kent are proud of the 2Cs project that we have been involved in and of the cooperation we have developed with neighbours across the sea over the past 30 years. Kent was the only region in Great Britain in the very first generation of Interreg programmes 30 years ago, and it was thanks to the strength of our cooperation with our valued neighbours in France. Kent, what was then the region of Nord-Pas-de-Calais, signed a formal agreement in 1987 in order to maximise the benefits of our region arising from the construction of the Channel Tunnel project. It was on the strength of this programme and their cooperation that the European Commission agreed to a first Interreg programme across a sea border, and long may it remain going forward. The future then, the Straits Committee. Over the past few years, we and our neighbours have spoken extensively about our commitment to continue to work together. It's very important to us all, with a view to contributing constructively to cross-channel cooperation, increasingly important. Kent, together with neighbours in northern France, Belgium and the Netherlands, formed the Straits Committee. The committee brings together the provinces of South Holland and Zeeland, the provinces of East and West Flanders in Belgium, the Department of Nord and Pas-de-Calais in France, second bit of French, and we have had the support of the British Embassy in Paris. We have also had representatives from the France region who come along to our meetings and join us as an observer. And we are hoping in the very near future to welcome the County of Essex from England, our close neighbours in England, of course, to join us on the Straits Committee, and they're already participating in many of the committee works. The Straits Committee is an informal partnership, a framework for cooperation. We've agreed to focus initially on economic development and fluidity of trade, climate change, increasingly important, and clean growth for our communities. And probably of most important, our young people. We've had several projects to that. It is not just for the old ones, it's for the young people, the future. But above all, we encourage anybody with a good idea, an area or an issue where they think the committee can add value to their work, and we will see what we can do to help. No idea is bad, no idea is off the table, no idea will be rejected. There is a team of officers you can contact to get in touch with the committee. Contact myself. Many of them are here at the conference, and of course, we have more details on our website. And, perhaps very importantly, there is a small funding scheme which we have developed to help cooperation continue across our 2Cs in the various projects we're involved with. The committee, I and my colleagues meet regularly to discuss requests, our own joint initiatives, and decide on projects going forward to make sure that we grow, prosper and learn. Through this framework, we want to create opportunities for businesses, our residents, well-being and communities and other stakeholders. We want to help build connections across our seas. This year, we held our first annual event since COVID, a 3-day environmental project, hackathon, involving 120 secondary school children from across all provinces and counties in the Straits. We've also partnered with the University of Kent, Ghent, Lille and Louvain to launch their very important 3I research network. And with the French Society of Urban Planners on conference on planning issues facing our cross-channel area, and in particular the hinterlands of our ports and our entry areas to our various regions. We've also given support to 7 small projects promoting cooperation on environmental, cultural and education issues. Continuing to cooperate on shared challenges is also very important and essential to what we are. Next year is the 70th anniversary of the tragic issues in the North Sea flood disaster. So we will meet with colleagues and friends in Zeeland in January next year. And all through 2023, we will have a theme running through the Straits Committee and what we do on climate change and water, what we can do together to address the challenges of sea level rise, drought and flooding in our regions. Your work in the 2Cs programme has shown what we can do together when we cooperate and listen to each other. We, the Straits Committee, are now starting a new adventure in cooperation. Our vision is for the Straits to remain a place where the UK and continental Europe meets and thrives. So please get in touch with me, my colleagues on the committee, or with one of our team's officers. We will continue to work together on the many things we have in common. Thank you, Interreg, and long live the Straits Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Dirk Murphy, for this look into the future, and this is indeed how we can reach new heights, we hope.